Angels are spiritual beings found in religions like Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, where they are known for serving gods. The word angel came from Greek, meaning messenger, and describe what they do rather than what they are. In Christian tradition, there are 9 ranks of angel divided into 3 groups. The lowest rank is simply called angel. This rank is the most common, and many angels at this level serve as guardian angel and messengers of gods. However, the rank of angel don't reflect their power and strength. Instead, these ranks show how close each type of angel is to gods. The highest ranks are closest to God, while the lowest ranks are closest to earth. The 3 groups also have specific roles. The lowest group, which include angels and archangel, are often the one who station on earth, carrying out God's work in the world. That said, this role aren't strict. Sometimes angels will perform tasks outside of their usual group as well, depending on what God needs them to do. Angels are often shown in art as beautiful humans with wings and halos, but according to religion's texts, they usually appear as ordinary people when interacting with humans, allowing them to carry out their tasks without drawing attention. In today's video, we are going to go through all 9 ranks of angels, especially because SMT series feature an entity from each one. Though we'll be focusing on the general type of angel from each rank rather than diving into specific angels like Michael or other names figures from religion's texts. Also keep in mind that the information I'm using won't be strictly based on the Bible alone. I'll also include detail from other writing and traditions. And as we move up each rank, I'll highlight the main job or duty each angel in the category are believed to have. Archangels are part of the 9 orders of angels in Christian tradition. They belong to the 8th ranks, just above the lowest orders. While they aren't at the top of the angelic hierarchy, they often show doing some of the most important work when it's come to interacting with the world. Archangels are known as messengers and warrior, but unlike guardian angel, who are believed to protect individuals, archangels carry out large-scale and important missions. For example, Gabriel announced the birth of Jesus to Mary, and Michael is described in the book of Revelation, leading the fight against Satan. The Catholic Church officially recognized 3 archangels: Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael. Each one has a direct role. Michael is seen as a protector and defender. Gabriel is the messenger who brings important news. Raphael is a healer and guide, best known for helping Tobias and curing his father's blindness in the book of Tobit. Other names like Uriel appear in different texts, but these are not accepted in official Catholic teaching. There are also popular belief, though not stated directly in the Bible, that Lucifer was once a high-ranking angel, possibly an archangel who fell from grace due to pride. This interpretation is based on symbolic reading of a passage like Isaiah 14 and Ezekiel 28. However, many scholars agree these words originally referred to human ruler, but the connection to Lucifer became more common in later Christian writing. In the persona series though, nearly all angel classes personas are weak to darkness. This design choice reflects the classic conflict between good and evil. However, it might also be trying to communicate something deeper, that even angels can fall. According to some interpretation of Christian tradition, when Lucifer was cast out of heaven, he didn't go alone. It's believed by many that he took a third of the angels with him. These fallen angels join him in rebellion, which is often used to show that even divine beings are not immune to pride and corruption. At the same time though, it also reflects the idea that angels, like humans, possesses free will, the ability to choose their path, even if the path leads them away from their original purposes. Principalities are the highest order within the 3rd group in the traditional ranking of angels. They're said to be in charge of large groups of people like cities, nations, and even major institutions. Their job is to make sure divine plans are carried out in the world, often by guiding or commanding other angels. Some sources also say they influence leaders or help protect groups from falling into chaos, and you'll often see them described as wearing crown or holding symbol of authority to show they have the power over human affairs. Alongside their role in guiding leaders and protecting nations, some believe principalities also inspired creativities and progress in areas like science, culture, and the arts. They are also said to perform miracles such as granting divine protection to entire communities, influencing the outcome of major events like war or natural disaster, or helping civilization flourish through inspiration and guidance. That said, principalities are the first group in the angelic hierarchy that don't have the word angel in their names. Interestingly, in the Bible, only the term angel and archangel are clearly used. In fact, the word archangel appears only twice, and Michael is the only one specifically called an archangel in scripture. This means that technically the other classes of angel we'll be discussing today are never directly referred to as angels in the Bible. The idea of organizing this being into structured hierarchy and labeling them as a different type of angels mostly come from later thinkers, especially figures like Cyril Dionysius and Thomas Aquinas. Powers are known as the sixth rank in the angel hierarchy. Their main job is to protect the world from evil forces. They're often seen as warrior angels, fighting against demons and keeping balance between good and evil. Some sources also say they help control how power is shared among people on Earth, kind of like making sure things stay fair. They're also described as the angels who carry the weight of conscience and memories. In simpler terms, they help keep moral orders and remember what's important in human history. Some traditions even say they watch over the stars and help keep the universe running smoothly, reinforcing their role in maintaining cosmic balance. And because of this, powers are often seen as God's loyal soldier, tasked with protecting the world from evil and ensuring order is preserved on a universal scale. That said, powers are the sixth rank and the lowest in the second sphere, which we're now entering as we move upward through the angelic ranks. Angels in this second sphere are generally believed to reside in heaven, but their responsibility have a cosmic impact. Unlike angels in the third sphere, who deal more directly with human life, second sphere angels, like the powers, carry out tasks that affect the universe as a whole. Virtues, who are also known as the Shining One, are often referred to as the spirits of motion. They are said to be purely spiritual beings with no physical form. This gives them the abilities to move freely and carrying out their duties across the universe without being limited to any one place or shape. According to tradition, they are believed to govern the forces of nature, including the star, the sun, the moon, the weather, and the changes of the season. Their role is to keep the natural world in harmony and ensure that all things move according to divine orders set by gods. However, because virtues lack a physical body, it is believed that they carry out their responsibilities through spiritual powers and miracles. They are thought to bring this divine energy into the world during times of need, especially when people are struggling or losing faith. Some traditions also say they inspired human creativity, giving people strength and courage to create and heal through art, science, and medicine. Dominions, also called lordships, are usually seen as the fourth rank in the Christian angel hierarchy. They are considered the highest order in what is known as the second sphere. These angels don't appear to humans very often, but they play an important role behind the scenes. Their job is to make sure that divine law is followed. They help keep balance across all realms and ensure that God's will is carried out without any disruption. Some people describe them as managers in angelic realm, since dominions are believed to receive instruction from higher beings and pass those orders down to the angel beneath them. And in their most recent appearance in the Shin Megami Tensei series, they are depicted holding a book and a scale, two objects that represent knowledge, justice, and authority. The thrones are one of the 9 types of angels in Christian tradition. They are considered the third highest choice within the highest group, known as the third sphere. Their main job are believed to serve as instruments of God's justice and authorities. They are often depicted as celestial beings who help communicate God's will and uphold His divine law throughout the angelic hierarchy. In this structure, the thrones receive instructions directly from God and serve as a channel for passing these commands down. They rally God's will to the dominions who are part of the next angelic rank. The dominions then take on the role of managing and overseeing the duties of lower-ranking angel, making sure that everything is carried out in line with God's plans. That said, the thrones are not usually described with humans or animal features like many other angelic beings. Instead, they are often portrayed in more abstract and awe-inspiring way. Their form is described as fiery wheels that are constantly in motion, glowing with divine light and covered in countless eyes. This unusual appearance reflects their unique role in the heavenly orders and the deeply mystery surrounding their presence. In the book of Ezekiel, Ezekiel briefly talks about a strange wheels full of eyes that move with the angels. These are often believed to be a symbolic way of describing the thrones, or at least something very similar to them. In some writing outside the Bible, like the book of Enoch, these angels never sleep and always stay close to God's throne, watching over it. It's also worth noting that while I'm using the term throne here to describe this wheel-like being, in some traditions, particularly in the Jewish tradition, they are referred to as a different class of angel called the Ophanims. However, in this video, I am focusing on the Christian angelology perspective, where the word throne is often used to describe these beings, even when the appearance overlap with the Ophanims. Cherubims are some of the highest ranking beings in Christian angel lore. They are part of what's called the first sphere, which means they are among the angels closest to God. But before I told you more about them, you might have seen artwork that shows cherub as a little chubby babies with wings. This version of the cherub is actually a much later invention, mostly developed during a Renaissance period. It was created to represent innocence, purity, and kindness. Great artists want to associate with heavenly beings. However, this popular image doesn't come from the Bible, and the actual cherubim described in scripture are far more mysterious, powerful, and strange. In particular, the book of Ezekiel describes them as having 4 faces, one of a lion, one of an ox, one of an eagle, and one of a man. They are also said to have 4 wings, human hands, and calf-like feet, with their entire body covered in eyes. Now, the 4 faces are symbolic. The lion stands for wild animals, the ox for domestic animals, the eagles for birds, and the man for humans. The role of cherubim is deeply tied to guarding and upholding the presence of God. Rather than serving as messengers like lower-ranking angels, they function more as protectors of divine spaces and enforcers of sacred boundaries. They are often described as standing between what is holy and what is not, acting as sentinel that guards the most sacred places. One of the earliest examples of this role appears in the book of Genesis, where cherubims are stationed at the entrance of the Garden of Eden. After Adam and Eve are cast out, they are placed there with a flaming sword to guard the way to the tree of life, making sure no one can return without divine permission. In Ezekiel's vision, they are also shown carrying the throne of gods, which highlight their importance in expressing divine authority and power. Seraphims, whose name means burning one, are considered the highest rank of angels in Christian tradition. They are described as having 6 wings, 2 covering their faces, 2 covering their feet, and 2 used for flight. This imagery reflects their deep humilities, their reverence for God's holiness, and their constant readiness to carry out divine service. They are said to remain close to the God throne, where their main role is to worship and glorify Him without ceasing. Their love and devotion are so strong that they are often described as being spiritual ablaze, burning with divine love. Seraphim are also believed to serve as agent of purification. This idea is illustrated in the book of Isaiah, where the prophet described a powerful vision. In that vision, Isaiah sees the Lord seated on the high and lofty throne, surrounded by seraphim, calling out, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory." Overwhelmed by the sight and aware of his own unworthiness, Isaiah cried out that he is a man of unclean lips. And in response, one of the seraphim flies out to him, carrying out a burning coal taken from the altar with tongues. This seraph touched Isaiah's lips with the coal and tell him that his guilt is taken away and his sin is forgiven. Now, many theologians and biblical scholars suggest that the way seraphims appear in Isaiah's vision, having 6 wings, human-like features, and a fiery presence, was not meant to reflect their true form. Instead, it may have been a shape chosen so that a human like Isaiah could understand and describe what he saw. The Bible also called this encounter a vision, which implied that what Isaiah witnesses was symbolic and not a direct literal view of spiritual realities. This same idea is often applied to the other angel in the first sphere as well, such as the cherubims and thrones. Like the seraphims, these higher-ranking beings are frequently described in highly symbolic terms, with forms that are mysterious and dreamlike, suggesting that their appearance is meant more to convey meaning than to describe their true essence. Now, if you like this kind of explained video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support the channel directly and get some special perk with that, the information will be in the video description. But for now, as always, thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.